The room pauses. Everyone keeps talking. One stays silent. You notice instantly. Silence feels strange. Your chest tightens. Psychology says silence. Grabs human attention. Your brain wonders. Why so quiet? What are thinking? Empty feels unsafe because unknown scares. Your brain evolved to detect danger. Noise feels predictable. Silence feels hidden. Psychology calls uncertainty. Uncertainty creates stress. Stress becomes fear. Behavioral science shows. Brains hate guessing. Silence forces guessing. Guessing drains energy. So fear grows. Quiet people observe. They speak less. But notice more. Research shows introverts process information deeply. They analyze patterns. Small details matter. Others miss them. Being observed feels uncomfortable for many. Psychology calls evaluation. Nobody enjoys judgment. Quiet people remember what you said, how you acted. Later they respond. Words feel heavier because they waited. Timing adds power. Psychology calls contrast. Silence amplifies meaning. Few words land. Loud people release. Everything immediately out. Quiet people filter. Only essentials pass. That feels controlled. Psychology links control with inner strength. Strength intimidates people because strength unknown. Quiet people react. Less emotional display. No clear signals. Your brain relies on emotional cues. No cues confuse. Confusion creates anxiety. Anxiety feels threatening. Psychology says dominance often appears quiet. Confidence needs silence, not constant talking. Talking seeks relief. Silence holds tension. Holding tension builds. Mental resilience grows. Behavioral science confirms. Resilient minds scare because they bend less. Most people distract to avoid thinking. Quiet people stay with their thoughts. That feels rare. Rare feels powerful. Power feels scary. This fear learned from stories repeated. Quiet villains shown. Brains copy patterns. Patterns shape reactions. So silence equals potential hidden threat, but reality differs. Quiet people think before each move. They choose moments, not constant noise. Psychology calls patience. Patience unsettles others. Waiting feels painful. Others project fears onto silent people. This is projection. Your fear imagined. Quiet people aren't trying to dominate. They conserve energy. Psychology says restraint. Restraint needs strength. Silence takes courage. Most cannot handle inner quiet moments. So fear emerges. This is human, not your fault. But now understand. Psychology behind silence. Let's go deeper. Silence isn't empty. Silence is information. Psychology says silence allows deeper processing. Your brain notices who speaks constantly and who doesn't. Contrast feels powerful. Behavioral science explains humans track patterns. Quiet breaks patterns. Pattern breaks alarm. Alarm feels like fear. Quiet people pause before reacting emotionally. That pause matters. Most people react without thinking first. Quiet people choose when to speak and when not. Choice equals control. Psychology links control with perceived authority. Authority scares people because it's earned, not loudly demanded. Quiet people listen more than they speak. Listening builds insight. Insight builds advantage. Others sense imbalance. That imbalance worries. Psychology calls awareness. Awareness shifts power. Quiet people adapt faster than expected because they observe while others perform. Performance needs approval. Quiet needs none. That independence matters. Psychology says autonomy. Autonomy builds confidence. Confidence without noise. Noise often hides inner insecurity. Silence exposes truth. Truth feels intense. Intensity scares people. Quiet people accept their inner world. Others run from it. That difference noticed. Difference triggers fear. But fear isn't danger. Fear signals unfamiliar. Psychology separates both. Danger versus mystery. Quiet equals mystery. Mystery pulls attention. Attention feels intense. Intensity misread easily. Quiet people aren't. Planning harm secretly. They're processing deeply. Thinking long-term. Psychology calls foresight. Foresight changes outcomes. Others act impulsive. Quiet people act after internal clarity. Clarity creates calm. Calm feels powerful. Power doesn't shout. Power stands still. Psychology supports this. Leaders often quiet, listeners before speakers. They speak last and remembered longest. So why fear? Fear equals respect. Your brain notices strength, wrapped inside silence. Now you know the psychology behind the quietest person. No need fear, just understand them. Silence speaks clearly. If this helped, reflect quietly today. Observe people deeper. Psychology reveals patterns, even without words. Thanks for watching.